Life's like a trip with twists and turns, highs and lows. Inside us, there's a battle between our strengths and weaknesses. We all want a life filled with meaning and strength, but some habits hold us back. That's where Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, comes in. Stoicism, from way back in 300 BC, gives us smart ideas to handle today's crazy life. It teaches us to focus on what we control, be wise, brave, and disciplined, and accept life's tough bits with grace. In this ride, we'll look at 7 habits that trip us up. Knowing these habits is the start. Once we see them in ourselves, we can swap them out. We'll trade these weak habits for Stoic ideas. That'll give us power to lead stronger, more purposeful, and peaceful lives. It's all about knowing yourself and making changes. Come join in. Let's switch these habits and steer towards a life full of strength and purpose. Habit 1: Procrastination of time. Procrastination is when we put off doing things we need to do. It's like delaying homework or chores because we'd rather do something more fun. But here's the thing, it steals our time and stops us from getting better at stuff. Imagine you love playing the guitar, but instead of practicing, you keep delaying it. That stops you from improving. There's this old idea called seize the day, which means making the most of right now. It's like taking the chance to do something good when it shows up. But procrastination is like worrying about the future or feeling uncomfortable about doing a task. It's like thinking, I'll do it later, and then never doing it. Here's a tip from Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher. He advised us to focus on what you can control and forget the rest. Procrastination happens when we worry too much about what might happen or how hard something seems. Instead, try focusing on just doing the task, not what might come after. Start small and take little steps. It's like practicing a little guitar every day instead of waiting for a big concert. Remember, time is precious. Every day you delay doing something important is a day lost forever. So, try to take small steps, focus on the now, and don't worry too much about what might happen. That way, you can beat procrastination and make the most out of each day. Habit 2: Negative self-talk. Our life is what our thoughts make it, said Marcus Aurelius, a wise thinker from ancient times. What we say to ourselves matters a lot. When we're mean to ourselves in our thoughts, it can make us feel small and stop us from being our best. Stoicism tells us that we can control our thoughts. Marcus Aurelius, who was a big deal in Stoicism, said we should watch how we talk to ourselves. He thought that our thoughts make us see the world in a certain way. So, he said it's important to try and think in a positive and smart way. First off, try just watching your thoughts without deciding if they're good or bad. When you notice you're being hard on yourself, try to ask if those thoughts are really true. Stoicism teaches us to be nice to ourselves, like we would to a friend who's feeling down. Instead of feeling bad about mistakes, think about what you can learn from them. Stoicism helps us replace mean thoughts with smart ones and being kind to ourselves. When we do this, we become stronger inside. We can face tough times with more confidence and grace. By following Stoic ideas, we can discover our true abilities and feel more powerful when dealing with life's challenges. Habit 3: Seeking external validation, the approval trap. Stop trying so hard to impress others and focus on what truly matters, yourself. Seeking validation from outside, like wanting everyone to like us, can make us feel shaky inside. It's like trying to catch the wind, it slips away because we can't control what people think. Think of Stoicism like a cool guidebook that teaches us to be our own heroes. Epictetus said, "You can't control what others think, but you can control how you act." That's like saying, don't stress about what others say, focus on your own awesomeness. So, let's break free from the "I need everyone to like me" trap. Understand that seeking high fives from others is like chasing a rainbow, it disappears when you get close. Instead, let's build ourselves up from the inside out. Think of kindness, being honest, and making smart choices as our superpowers. When we do good stuff guided by these powers, that's what really matters. Picture this: you're a superhero, and your powers are being a great person. The more you practice using these powers, the stronger and happier you become. And guess what? You don't need a thumbs up from everyone when you're your own hero. That feeling of being awesome from within? That's the real deal, lasting, strong, and totally yours. His version simplifies the concepts and uses relatable language to explain the importance of finding validation within oneself instead of seeking it externally. Habit 4, complaining, the habit of helplessness. Sometimes, when something bothers us, it's not really the thing itself that's causing the pain. It's more about how we see it. Complaining makes us focus on the bad stuff in life, making us feel like we're always victims and can't change things. Stoicism teaches us to look at things differently. Marcus Aurelius, a wise guy from way back, said that it's not what happens that stresses us out, it's how we think about what happens. When we keep complaining about stuff we can't control, it makes us feel weak and unhappy. But guess what? We can break this complaining habit. How? Well, we can start by being thankful for what we have instead of griping about what's missing. It's like swapping the blah for the hooray. Stoicism tells us to be ready for life's surprises and not let them knock us down. By changing how we see things and taking charge of how we react, complaining won't bother us as much. We'll feel stronger and more in control when facing tough times. This simplified explanation focuses on the core ideas of Stoicism, the impact of complaining, and how shifting perspectives can lead to a more empowered mindset. Habit 5, indulging in excessive materialism, the pursuit of hollow pleasures. Real happiness comes from enjoying what's happening right now, without always worrying about what might happen later. Sometimes, we think getting lots of stuff will make us happy, but it doesn't always work that way. The more we chase after things, the emptier we might feel inside, and it can stop us from appreciating the really important parts of life. Stoicism, a way of thinking from a long time ago, tells us that true happiness doesn't come from having lots of things. It's about focusing on what's inside us, like being wise or brave, instead of always wanting more and more stuff. Think of it like this: there's a difference between what we really need and what we just want because we think it'll make us happy. To feel happier, try to be thankful for what you already have. When we always want more, it can make us feel like we're stuck in a cycle where we're never satisfied. But if we appreciate what's around us, even the small things, and focus on being kind or learning new things, we might find real happiness. It's about finding joy in simple moments and being happy with who we are, not what we own. When we stop depending on things to make us happy, we might discover a deeper sense of peace and contentment inside ourselves. Habit 6, avoiding challenges, the comfort zone trap. To get better at things, it's okay to seem a bit silly or not know everything. Sticking to what feels safe and easy stops us from getting better and trying new things. Stoicism, a way of thinking, teaches us that when things are hard or uncomfortable, that's where we learn and grow the most. One Stoic thinker, Epictetus, believed that facing tough stuff helps us get better at handling life. Staying in our comfort zone means we miss out on exciting and new experiences. Stoicism tells us to be brave and face things we're scared of. To break free from this comfy trap, figure out where you always play it safe. Then, decide to take some risks, but not crazy ones. When life throws challenges our way, Stoicism says we should focus on being strong, patient, and keeping at it. Facing tough stuff makes us stronger and teaches us lots about ourselves. Remember, it's about trusting that we can handle tough times and believing in our ability to grow, even when things seem hard. Stoicism isn't just thinking, it's about doing things that help us get better at life. Habit 7, dwelling on the past, the chain of regret. Think about your mind like a superpower. You might not control what happens around you, but you're the boss of how you react and think about it. Dwelling on the past, those mistakes or things you wish you did differently, can make you feel stuck and sad. Stoicism teaches us that we can't change the past, so why stress about it? It's about focusing on what we can control, right now and what comes next. Marcus Aurelius, a big Stoic fan, said, "Our thoughts are ours to control, even if the past isn't." He thought that if we keep thinking about our past mistakes, we're just making ourselves feel bad all over again. Stoicism isn't about beating yourself up. It's about forgiving yourself and moving on. Imagine you're talking to a friend who made a mistake. You'd be nice, right? That's how Stoicism says you should treat yourself too. So, instead of spending all your energy thinking about the past, why not focus on today and tomorrow? By doing this, you'll feel more purposeful and stronger to make your future awesome. Stoicism's all about giving your mind the power to create a better story for tomorrow. Think of Stoicism as a guidebook to help us become stronger. We've looked at 7 habits that make us weak, like putting things off, being mean to ourselves, and wanting approval from everyone. Stoicism teaches us cool tricks to fix these habits. First, it says, focus on what you can control. This means stop worrying about things you can't change and focus on what you can change. Then, it talks about being brave and tough when things get hard. It says, be happy with what you have now. Instead of always wanting more stuff, learn to enjoy what you already have. Stoicism also tells us not to be stuck in the past. Learn from it, but don't let it ruin today. Changing habits takes time, so be patient. Keep doing Stoic stuff every day. It's like training a muscle, you'll get stronger with practice. If you stick with it, you'll feel happier, stronger, and more peaceful. So, use Stoicism like a superhero power to make your life awesome.